Hiroshima was a city full of life. Its streets were always filled with the hustle and bustle of daily activities. People went about their routines, shopping, chatting, and enjoying the vibrant atmosphere of the city. The markets were lively and the shops were always busy. People lived in bustling neighborhoods. They worked in factories and offices, contributing to the city's economy. The factories were the backbone of Hiroshima, providing jobs and sustaining families. Office workers diligently performed their duties, ensuring the smooth functioning of businesses. Children played in parks, their laughter echoing through the air. Families enjoyed outdoor activities, picnicking and spending quality time together. It was a city with hopes and dreams, just like any other. The community was tight-knit and people supported each other. The city was an important military center for Japan. It housed military units and factories which were crucial for the war effort. Soldiers trained rigorously and the factories produced essential supplies. The military presence was a significant part of Hiroshima's identity. However, life went on amidst the war effort. People held on to normalcy as best they could. They continued with their daily routines, trying to maintain a sense of normalcy despite the ongoing conflict. The resilience of the people was remarkable. August 6, 1945, dawned like any other summer day. The sun rose, casting a warm glow on the city. The morning was serene, and the city slowly came to life. People were unaware of the impending disaster. No one knew that fate held a terrible tragedy. The world was about to change forever. The events of that day would leave an indelible mark on history, altering the course of countless lives. Hiroshima, a city full of life and dreams, was on the brink of an unimaginable catastrophe. World War II raged on. The conflict had brought immense destruction. The United States was locked in a bitter fight with Japan in the Pacific. The war had reached a stalemate. The Manhattan Project, a top-secret American program, developed the atomic bomb. This weapon possessed unimaginable destructive power. The decision to use it was a turning point in history. The United States argued it was necessary to end the war quickly. They believed it would save American lives. However, the morality of using such a weapon was fiercely debated. At 8:15 a.m., a B-29 bomber, the Enola Gay, dropped the atomic bomb. The bomb, nicknamed Little Boy, detonated above Hiroshima. The city was instantly engulfed in a blinding flash. The explosion unleashed a wave of intense heat. Temperatures at ground zero reached thousands of degrees. Buildings vaporized. People were instantly incinerated. A deafening roar followed the blast. A massive shockwave ripped through Hiroshima. Buildings crumbled into dust. The city was reduced to rubble. The aftermath was horrific. Thousands lay dead in the streets. Many more were severely injured, suffering from burns and radiation sickness. The air was thick with dust and the smell of death. Hospitals were overwhelmed with the injured. Medical supplies were scarce. Doctors and nurses struggled to cope with the overwhelming number of patients. Many died from their injuries in the days and weeks that followed. The bombing left a deep psychological scar on the survivors. They had witnessed unimaginable horrors. Many struggled with survivor's guilt and post-traumatic stress disorder. Section 5. Scars Etched in Time. The Hibakusha Legacy. The survivors of Hiroshima are known as Hibakusha. They faced discrimination and prejudice due to the fear of radiation exposure. Many struggled to rebuild their lives. The Hibakusha have dedicated their lives to sharing their stories. They advocate for peace and nuclear disarmament. Their testimonies serve as a stark reminder of the human cost of nuclear weapons. Despite the horrors they endured, the Hibakusha showed remarkable resilience. They rebuilt their lives and communities. They are a testament to the strength of the human spirit. Section 6. A moment of silence. A world of remembrance. A Hiroshima Day is commemorated annually on August 6th. People around the world pause to remember the victims and reflect on the horrors of nuclear war. Peace ceremonies are held in Hiroshima and cities worldwide. Survivors share their stories. Leaders call for peace and disarmament. The day is a solemn reminder of the need to prevent such tragedies from happening again. Memorials and museums stand as testaments to the event. They educate future generations about the devastation caused by the atomic bomb. They serve as powerful symbols of peace. Section 7. Echoes of the past, whispers of the future. This chapter delves into the profound impact of a single event that forever changed the course of human history. The bombing of Hiroshima was a watershed moment in human history. On August 6, 1945, the world witnessed the devastating power of nuclear weapons for the first time. It ushered in the nuclear age, a period marked by both technological advancement and existential dread. The sheer destruction left in its wake was a grim reminder of humanity's newfound capabilities. The world now lived with the knowledge that humanity possessed the means to destroy itself. This realization brought about a collective sense of vulnerability and urgency. The event had profound implications for international relations. Nations were compelled to rethink their strategies and alliances in the face of this new, terrifying power. It led to the formation of the United Nations, an organization aimed at fostering global cooperation and preventing future conflicts. The hope was to create a platform for dialogue and peace. The world grappled with the need to prevent future nuclear conflicts. Activists and leaders alike called for disarmament and the establishment of treaties to limit the spread of nuclear weapons. The threat of nuclear war cast a long shadow over the Cold War. Both superpowers, the United States and the Soviet Union, were locked in a tense standoff, each wary of the other's next move. The United States and the Soviet Union engaged in a dangerous arms race, amassing arsenals capable of unimaginable destruction. This period was marked by a precarious balance of power. The world watched in fear, knowing that any miscalculation could lead to global annihilation. The stakes had never been higher, and the need for diplomacy and restraint was paramount. Section 8. The urgency of peace. A shared responsibility. Hiroshima's legacy is a stark reminder of the fragility of peace. The event highlighted the need for dialogue, diplomacy, and understanding between nations. The proliferation of nuclear weapons remains a grave threat. More countries now possess these destructive weapons. The risk of nuclear terrorism adds another layer of complexity to the issue. International cooperation is crucial to address this challenge. Treaties and agreements aim to reduce nuclear arsenals. However, more needs to be done to achieve a world free of nuclear weapons. Section 9. Towards a world free of nuclear weapons. The Hibakusha's message resonates strongly today. Their call for peace and disarmament is more relevant than ever. We must heed their warnings and work towards a safer world. Education plays a vital role in this endeavor. We must teach future generations about the horrors of nuclear war. We must instill in them the values of peace, empathy, and understanding. Each individual has a role to play. We can support organizations working towards disarmament. We can raise awareness about the issue. We can advocate for peaceful solutions to conflicts. Section 10. Hiroshima's message. A timeless imperative. Hiroshima's legacy is a reminder of our shared humanity. It stands as a stark testament to the devastating consequences of war and the destructive power of nuclear weapons. It is a call to action for all nations and people to work together to prevent such tragedies from ever happening again. The unity of diverse groups and the collaboration of world leaders are essential in this mission. We must foster a global community that values peace and mutual respect above all else. The lessons of Hiroshima are timeless. They teach us about the fragility of life and the importance of safeguarding our world for future generations. The aftermath of Hiroshima is a powerful reminder of the need for vigilance and proactive measures to ensure such devastation is never repeated. We must remember the past, not to dwell in it, but to learn from it. The stories of Hiroshima survivors and the solemn memorial ceremonies serve as poignant reminders of the human cost of conflict. By honoring their memories, we commit to a future where such suffering is not repeated. We must strive to create a future where peace prevails and nuclear weapons are relegated to the dustbin of history. The global movement against nuclear arms and the dismantling of these weapons are steps in the right direction. Our collective efforts can pave the way for a safer, more peaceful world. Let the memory of Hiroshima serve as a beacon of hope. The annual Peace Memorial Ceremony and the symbol of the white dove remind us of our shared aspiration for a harmonious world. They inspire us to work tirelessly towards achieving lasting peace. Let it guide us towards a world free from the threat of nuclear war, a world where peace reigns supreme. International peace summits and the joyful scenes of children playing in safety are the visions we must strive to make a reality. Together, we can build a future where every generation can live without fear and in the embrace of peace.